Hi, everyone. My name is Anita Ladhani. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and an energy practitioner. And I want to talk to you about comparing our lives to other people. I often hear friends saying, oh, I wish I was married. I wish I was already settled down. I wish I had a stable career. I wish I was this. I wish I was there. And it just, kind of is interesting to me because what are we doing essentially? Essentially, we're comparing our lives to people in our lives or just people that we think of or whatever this, idea of how it should be. Who decided that, you should be married by a certain age? Who decided, what the success parameters are, the success identifiers are, who decided that you needed to be at this point in your life, at this age? Who decided that? Someone decided that, but why are we buying into that? Because really, every one of us has our own individual journey. And that journey is not going to look like anything like we might have imagined it to be, or especially not what anyone else's journey is. Sure, we all start off, a certain way and we all think it's going to be a certain way. But life happens to us. There's this quote, and forgive me, I friends who know me know I kill quotes. But here's my attempt at repeating the quote. We make plans and God laughs at us, right? It's something along those lines, because we have a certain idea of where we're going in our life. We have a certain idea of what life should look like. But God has a bigger plan for us. God knows where He wants or she wants to take us. And for us to get to the point that we're supposed to be, sometimes the journey looks like this instead of just a nice, straight, even sort of pathway. But it's in the twists and turns, in the sort of detours of life, that the blessings are there. That's where the lessons are. That's, when we think we've hit a bump in the road that slows us down, that's actually when we're actually being prepared to reach the next level. So be grateful for wherever you are in life, because there are no coincidences. There is no mistake in God's timing. You are exactly where you need to be in life. Just be grateful for that. The fact that you're alive and you're healthy and you're breathing is a blessing, because trust me, I work in a hospital. I see kids and adults every day who are not able to eat food. The things that we take for granted, using the bathroom, or, whether it's a bowel movement or whether it's just consuming, just being able to eat. There are people in the world who can't do the basics, the things that we take for granted, which is, a home and a roof over our head. There are people homeless. There are people in, war-torn societies. There's people that are just struggling. So whatever blessings you have, be grateful for that. Wherever you are in life, be grateful for where you are in life, because wherever you are in life is exactly where you need to be in life. Whoever is showing up in your life is showing up either to learn or to teach you something. Now, whether you decide to learn that lesson or not, that's up to you, right? God is only simply going to provide you the different opportunities in the form of teachers, right? And they're not like teachers, right? They may be a boss that's being mean to you. They may be, a friend who's betraying you. They may be a husband or wife that's cheating on you or abusing you. They may be, a illness that has befallen you, right? Whatever or maybe getting fired from a job, whatever your so-called failures are, wherever you are in life, it's there for a reason. It's happening for a reason, because it's there to teach you, right? I went to, as many of you, I go to VOO Church because I love Pastor Rich Wilkerson Jr. and, just the energy in that church. And I love it because to me, it's like motivational speaking with Jesus sprinkled all up in it. So this last Sunday, and again, as if you know me, God is God to me. It doesn't matter. Yes, I'm very much a Muslim. I'm not converting, but I'm very respectful and embrace all faiths, because I think there's beauty and value in every place of worship. So when I'm in church and I'm listening, I'm always getting, beautiful, powerful messages, Because again, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And the teacher appears whether it's in the form of Rich Wilkerson Jr. or whether it's in the form of a lyrics of a, Drake song, or whether it's, a movie I'm watching, or whether it's lines of a book. It doesn't matter. The lessons, the teachers will come through all over. It's just, we need to be mindful and listen and catch the messages that God is sending us. So anyways, as I was saying, when I was in church this last Sunday, one of the examples that, Rich Wilkerson Jr. pastor used was about, he has a new baby who's almost, a year old. And he says, when my baby was born, we received all these clothes, and there were clothes that, were like 6 months old and 9 months old. And, he said, I looked at them and my baby was this tiny little baby. And I looked at the clothes and I thought, whoa, there's no way my baby's ever going to fit into those clothes, right? And of course, at a month old or as a newborn, the baby wouldn't fit into those clothes. But as the baby's growing and growing and growing, the baby's going to fit into those clothes, right? So the example, the metaphor he was using was, we think, just because we don't fit into something now doesn't mean we're not going to fit into, that life experience. But what happens is we are slowly being prepared with every experience of our life. We are being prepared to step into the next, size of clothing, the next size of success, the next level of, blessings. But we can't, we can't learn, we can't, let me stick to the same metaphor. So we can't fit into a size, 2 or 3 if we're just at 3 months, right? We can't learn to fly if we're just barely not even crawling. So you have to slowly build up your capacity. You have to slowly build up to that level where, if you take a little baby bird that is just a newborn and you throw it out of the nest and you go, okay, fly, the baby bird's going to crash and burn, right? And it's the same concept. We want the success now, but God knows that we're not ready. God knows that we need to strengthen our wings. We need to strengthen and be ready to accept and embrace and really fully live the blessings he's bringing us, right? And to do that, we have to go through certain phases of growth that will strengthen our so-called wings so that when God actually calls us to fly, we are ready to fly, right? It's the same concept of a moth that is forming a cocoon. A moth, takes I don't know how many weeks or months to form a beautiful silk cocoon. And there's a story, that one day it was time for the moth, when it becomes a butterfly within the cocoon, for it to come out. And so the cocoon naturally starts to break off. And someone walking by saw that this little butterfly, was trying to break out of the cocoon, and they thought it would just help him along, right? So that person went and broke open the cocoon and thought it was doing the butterfly, the emerging butterfly, a favor by breaking open the cocoon so it could fly. But in fact, what happened was the process of breaking open the cocoon is what strengthens the butterfly's wings so that when it finally breaks open from the cocoon, it's ready to fly free with these beautiful, glorious colors that are formed because of the cocoon, because of the time spent, because of the struggles of slowly breaking through it. And so that's kind of the metaphor for life, where all these things are happening to us are actually helping us grow into the beautiful butterfly, strengthening our wings so that we can one day, when we're ready, when God calls us to it, we're finally ready to step into and live and fly and step into the purpose. But, don't compare your life to other people, because you don't know what other people's journeys are. There is no one timeline of how it looks. Be grateful for where you are, because that's the beauty of your journey. That's the beauty of just living and experiencing life. is just being in a state of gratitude, saying, thank you, God, saying shukran lillah, being grateful for whatever you are. Learn to be grateful and just surrender and be present and enjoy the journey. Don't be in such a rush to get to a destination. Just know, again, where you are is exactly where you need to be. I hope this has been helpful. As always, love and light. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.